Now we're going to make this flame here using Adobe Illustrator. Then eventually we're going to animate it using Adobe After Effects. As you can see here, when I play, you see it forms something like a flame that is burning something in a laboratory. So I'm just going to minimize. So we're just going to start with a new document. I'll just come to File here, New. I just start something new. Maybe I put it like maybe this one here, 1000 by 1000 pixels. Then we're going to come to layers here. I'm going to Windows. I'm going to make sure this layer is ticked. So I'm going to create some new layers here. So I'm going to start with this new layer. I'll just make sure this layer is selected. So I'm just going to come here, draw an ellipse like this. And then I'm going to I'm going to fill this ellipse with maybe a color, maybe something like a light color like that one. Then the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to duplicate it by holding Alt like that. Then I'm going to highlight it or select it all. I'm going to use the shape builder tool, delete this part by holding Alt. Then the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to widen this one here to make it a little bit wide. Yeah. Realize there are two. Just delete the other one. So you just widen a little bit again. Then I'm going to duplicate it by holding Alt. Before I even duplicate it, I'm going to remove the stroke. So the stroke is going to be 0. So I'm going to duplicate it like that. Then I'm going to change the intensity, maybe a little bit, make it a little bit intense, maybe like that. Then I'm just going to make it smaller, make it somewhere here. I'm going to duplicate this one again, change the intensity maybe to something, maybe to be more intense. Then make it smaller, maybe this size. Let me make it a little bit intense, maybe reddish, maybe somewhere like that. Yeah. So this is our flame. So eventually I'm going to highlight all of them, group them, put them somewhere. Maybe then also maybe rotate a little bit like that. The next thing I'm going to make is the stick. So all of these things I've been working on this layer here, as you can see here. I'm going to come to the next layer, click it so that everything that happens here will be captured in this layer. So I'm just going to come here. I'm going to use a rounded rectangle, draw something like this to be the stick. Maybe make it a little bit wide, and also come here under properties, make the intensity more intense, maybe like that. Then I'm just going to rotate it. I'm going to put it somewhere here, rotate it, then maybe it will be somewhere there, maybe rotate it a little bit again. Yeah, maybe somewhere here, maybe reduce this, reduce it here like that. And also this one is so big, maybe reduce it to that. Then you realize this one has come on top. I don't want it like that. I'll come to layers here, click this one, hold, click hold, and then drag it up here so that it becomes like that. There we have here our stick and flame. So I'm going to name them. I'm going to double click here, maybe stick. Then this one I'm going to name it as flame. Yeah. So I'm going to delete this layer here so that I remember these two layers like that. Now you can decide to enhance the flame a little bit. I'll just highlight, duplicate it so that I have another flame. This is just by the way. You can decide to, now I'll just use this tool called I'll click here, hold. I'll use this wrinkle tool. So I'll just come at the edges here, click, and you see it gives me these rough edges. So you can easily play around with it so that it makes it more rough, more like a flame, just like that as you see there. So you can play around with that just like that, just to enhance. Yeah, I'll just delete it, this one here. I'll just use this one here. Now the next thing, we're going to shift to Adobe After Effects to animate this flame here. Now in Adobe After Effects, you're just going to come, maybe just start a new project like that. Then I'm just going to double click here. Before let me just minimize it. Before that, save this one. I'll come here, file, save as. Then I'm going to save it as match stick 22. So this one I'm going to use, I'm just going to save it like that. I'm going to save it as Illustrator 2020. Then I just press OK and it will just save. Now I'll come to Adobe After Effects here, double click here. Then I'll just come to Match 22. Then I'll come here under Composition, Retain, Layer Sizes, Import. Then I'll double click here. Then here we have our two layers. So what we're going to do, I'm going to animate this flame here. So I'll just click it here. I'll come to Windows. Make sure you have effects and presets. Then I'll just come here. It will come here. You just look for a preset called wave. Then you just click it, hold, drag it over the flame like that. Then if you play like that, you see now I have the flame. I don't know, it's flaming. So I'll just play around with the, maybe I'll just reduce the weight a little bit so that it doesn't become, maybe make it 5 here. Now you can see there. Then maybe the wave, maybe make it add it a little bit like that. You can even change the direction of the wave like that. So yeah, that is that. Then maybe you can add something else. I'll just come to, yeah, that's how to make the flame. You can see the flame there. Now let it, how do I apply it in practical life? It's very simple. I'll just come, maybe we double click here. Yeah, that's how to create a flame. You can even add something like just click somewhere here, layer. I'll add a new, maybe background, maybe something like solid background, maybe something like bluish. Then I'll just put it up here. So as you can see, the flame is there. Then I'm just going to insert something so that I demonstrate. It's very simple. I'm just going to insert a new layer. I'm going to insert a null object so that above here. So I'll highlight this one and this one. And then I'll use the null object to maybe scale it down a little bit and also position it somewhere, maybe like here, maybe somewhere here. Then I'm going to bring another aspect. I'm going to bring this one here also like that. Then I'm just going to double click it. I'm going to bring this one and this one. I'm going to edit, copy, come here, then just come here, paste. Yeah, we have our flask here. I'll just position it somewhere here, make it big. Sorry, make it big. Yeah, I'm just going to position it somewhere here. Then our flame, going to rotate it a little bit. Yeah, so now we have here the bubbles. I want the bubbles to be animated. I'm just going to click P here, position, then hold another P maybe here, then they're going to be going up like that. So then I'll just bring this one here. So if you play, as you can see, so it's like this one is burning and the bubbles are going out. So that's how to go about create a flame, animate it with another object in Adobe After Effects. See you in the next video.